Nice. So what is it that you enjoy most about performing in Liverpool?
I think because it's got so much musical background and there's so many venues to play at, and it's just and there's great people. It's just really good for unsigned artists to find places to play and kind of start getting a reputation.
So there's a lot of support there for you.
Yeah, great support, and the people are so friendly, and they always want to put live music on.
And the scenes are so varied that there's room for everyone.
Yeah, there's room for everyone.
Yeah, awesome. So when did you first start singing, or rather, when did you find out that you could sing?
Well, I started having classical singing lessons when I was about 13, 14, and I had to do classical singing because at my school they didn't allow anything else. So, so it wasn't until I was 17 and moved schools I actually realised I loved writing music and singing commercial music.
Oh wow! So then you found pop.
I did.
I love it. So are you happy for that sort of background in training, that classical? Did it help you expand your musicality?
Yeah, definitely, and it helps me not lose my voice when I'm gigging a lot and things like that, because I've got the proper training, so I wouldn't change it for the world.
Oh, brilliant. So who else in your family sings?
No one.
Just you?
Yeah.
Well, just you around the Christmas tree at Christmas?
They try and sing, but it's terrible.
So you didn't inherit it off anyone then?
No, definitely not my parents, but I've been told that my granddad sang for the Queen once upon a time, so maybe that's where my voice came from.
Nice, what a guy. So, but your family do encourage you then? They're very supportive of your career?
Yeah, they're really, really supportive. They, like, once for my first gig ever in Liverpool, they travelled all the way from Essex just to come see me for the one night, because it was my first gig.
That's great.
I know, how cute.
It's very sweet. Very sweet.
So who are your musical influences, or who do you aspire to be like?
Well, because I write R&B soul music, I listen to a lot of Jill Scott, John Legend, Anthony Hamilton, and British artists like Leanne Havas.
Fantastic. What kind of music do you listen to today? Just, day to day.
Well, I listen to a bit of everything, really. I think it's always good because when I'm writing, even though I'm writing in a particular genre, you can always pick out things from other songs. So I've been listening a lot to Lordi recently. I love Disclosure.
It's good to take
really.
influence from everywhere else as well. Do you have any embarrassing songs on your iPod?
I have too many embarrassing songs on my iPod.
Any Steps or Venga Boys?
No, I don't actually.
No, Venga,
but I have my guilty pleasure is Justin Bieber, so
Yay!
I have a bit of the Bieber on my iPod.
He loves a bit of Bieber.
No,
you
right.
do. You're a believer.
Maybe deep down.
Yeah,
deep
I couldn't
down.
believe it if you tried.
I've got a signed T-shirt. What? No, I haven't really. Where would you most like to perform?
Well, recently I played at a festival that happens in Liverpool called Fiesta Bombarda, which is really, really great. And but I played on the Casimir Garden stage, which is outside, and it's slightly smaller than the main one inside. So I'd love to play on the main one.
Oh, get her on the main stage.
Yeah,
Whoever's
definitely.
in charge.
Yeah.
Anywhere like worldwide that you'd like to play?
Well, I think because I've been to see a lot of like my like artists that I love at the O2 in London, it would be great to obviously play there.
Nice.
It's huge.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
We can't wait to come and see you there.
Speaking of genre, what kind of genre can't you stand?
I really don't like listening to metal and like screamo kind of stuff, just because I like listening to the lyrics and paying attention to the message that's being put across. So when they're screaming and you don't really understand what they're saying, it's like one of those.
Stop screaming.
Could never.
Wonderful. If you could dabble in another genre that you do like, what would it be?
Well, my bass player Dan, he actually was working on a cover of The Pretender a couple of months ago and asked me to sing on it, and that was kind of like chill step. And I really enjoyed doing that kind of thing, and a lot of people said they loved
So more towards the end
me.
of like Subtract.
Yeah, and stuff like that, and
like
yeah, exactly. I'd love to do that.
Nice. So who would you most like to support? Who would you open for, your dream?
Like I said before, I absolutely love Leanne Havas, and I think she's really down to earth, and she's a really great songwriter, and so I think just opening up for her would just be like amazing.
So you'll be replacing her as #1 on the BBC Soundboard.
Yeah.
Look forward to that.
Nice. If you weren't singing, what would you be doing?
Oh, that's really hard because I don't know. I really don't know what else I would
Sewer
do.
cleaner, maybe?
Yeah. No,
Believer?
truck driver? No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know. I've just been singing since I was like obviously singing since I was 13, but performing since I was a child. So it's just really hard. They could never get me off the stage.
Have you ever had another job? Have you ever had to go and be a waitress?
Oh, I have.
Yeah.
I actually worked in the kitchens for 4 years, washing up dishes before I went to uni.
So you're a mean dishwasher.
Oh, I am the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the best people start in the worst places.
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain was a gravedigger, so
Oh wow. There you go.
there we go.
Creepy and fun.
Yeah.
So describe a day in the life of Charlotte, of you.
I think the reason why I love doing what I'm doing is because every day is different. So it's really hard to describe one of the days because I do a lot of session singing for producers in London. So one day I'll be doing that. The next day I'll be writing songs for my own stuff, or I'm rehearsing with my band, or I'm gigging, or I'm in the studio. So it's like every day's totally different.
I imagine you'd rather be you on stage than being a session singer.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But obviously I've got to make a living as well, so that pays the bills to be a session singer.
Cool.
But I do love performing and things like that. But I do like to chill as well. I like to stay in bed.
We all have those
Day
days.
in the life of Charlotte in bed.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Do you enjoy writing the music or the lyrics, if you had to pick and choose?
I find it really hard to pick and choose between the two because when I tend to come up with a melody, then the lyrics come at the same time.
Yeah.
That's just the way that I write. But probably I'd pick lyrics just because a lot of what I write about is about personal experiences and it's passing on to other people and passing on the message.
You're trying to tell a story.
So exactly. So the lyrics are really important.
What do you think about when you're performing? Do you just think about mum and dad or?
No.
The dog.
Yeah, my dog. No, I tend to just concentrate on the words that I'm saying and try and put myself back at the time where I first wrote the song because I mean that's the point of why I'm singing it. I'm trying to say something. So yeah, just try and concentrate on what I'm saying.
Or just try not to cry out of fear.
Yeah,
Just
try
don't
not to
mess
trip
it up,
over
don't mess
the
it up.
mic stand or something.
Keep those heels intact.
So finally, what else can we expect from you in the future? Signed to Domino or Universal?
Yeah, that would be
World
the
tour.
dream.
As you do.
But no, at the moment I'm just writing music for my EP that I'll hopefully be releasing next year. And yeah, might be signing to a new management team as well. So lots of new things to come.
Have we got a name for the EP?
I think it's called Addicted, which will be the name of the single.
Interesting.
Lovely. Thank you for talking to us, Charlotte.
Thanks for having me.
very
We
much.
do love you.